Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday, Hump Day. All right. Okay. Now hi, hey, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to this week's live. I'm back. It's been a hot minute, and getting things set up here. Facebook changed some of the live settings, so if I seem a little distracted, that might be why. Let me see. Oh, look, I can expand the video. Hi. Um, Today, what am I talking about? So, first, I just want to check in. It's like I said, it's been a hot minute. I was really down and quite sick with COVID. Um, and it turned into I got some secondary infections from it. So it was kind of a drag. And I found myself really excited to get on here and connect with everyone today. Um, I'd really wanted to connect in about the shadow posts that I had shared last week. Um, and with this week's subject of compassion and self compassion, I kind of have a bit of a juicy take on this. One of the things that really got highlighted with the shadow work posts and as I was thinking about it and contemplating about it, um, in relationship to self compassion, is how there is a way that we can be when we're in the shadow work that makes it seem like all there is shadow, which is never the case. So let's remember that when there's a shadow, it's because there's something that has a light source on it, right? You don't get shadow without a light source casting that shadow. So when you're doing the shadow work, you're never in the dark. You are the light. And so there's that element that I want to weave into how we approach shadow work with compassion. Right? Shadow work is uncomfortable. It's all the stuff we don't want to look at, but that if we bring it out from the corners, we can then begin to offer it love, right? It's the ugly stuff, right? I'm going to put air quotes. I missed them. Ugly stuff. It's the ugly stuff, or the things that we believe are ugly or that we were told were ugly, either by ourselves or, whatever environment. We shove it into the corners. We bury it into little parts of our unconscious being. And then when we start to bring it out of the shadows, what I notice is a lot of us start to get really hard on ourselves. I can't believe that I've been doing this for so long. We start to beat ourselves up about this way that we've been for a long time, instead of taking the time to appreciate the brilliance of that protection that we put in place with the consciousness of a young child, or the consciousness of something that was passed down by generations, that roots, most of the time it roots in survival mode, right? There is such brilliance in our shadow, but remember, the shadow is not the darkness. The shadow is just, there's a thing in the way, and when the light shines on it, the shadow is cast. And it seems like it's all darkness, but it's not. Right? The world is not light and dark, good and evil. It is a whole spectrum. And when we get caught in those dualities and those binaries, it can hold us back. So, as we talk about this self-compassion, oh, I think I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. Maybe not. No, I spoke it out loud. So when you're diving into your own inner work, walk with compassion, walk with kindness, If that inner work is bringing you to a place of pain when you were a child, address it the way you would a child. You would never ask a child, like, why are you doing that? That's so stupid. I mean, and if you would, then that's a whole other discussion. But anytime you're doing this work, the goal is to offer that part, that shadow, the love and compassion that it needed in the moment that pain took root, that trauma took root, if it's trauma. So I am very curious to see how this lands. And I share this from the standpoint of, I've gotten so annoyed with myself when I've been doing all of this, work on my own. I don't talk about stuff that I haven't gone through. I've been hard on myself. One of the ways that I have traditionally achieved is by, like that self-flagellation, like, come on, you got to do this. You got to work harder, a little bit of beating myself up from the inside voice. It still happens, but I catch it a lot sooner. Right? And I encountered a lot of that while I was sick. I should be doing these things. I should be doing this. Oh my gosh, I can't take this time off. But any time that I would have a session with any of you or, any clients, I feel like, no, you need to take the time to heal, right? So shifting that and offering myself that same kindness, compassion, gentleness, it's all part of the journey, right? So where can you offer yourself compassion? I would love to know. Let me know how this lands. I'm really glad to be back. If there's stuff you want me to talk about or, wax poetic on, because it sort of feels that way sometimes when I'm doing these lives. It's a little bit of working or speaking into the void. So if the void would like some subjects covered, let me know. And I'll see you next week. Bye.